Okay, are we ready? Hello, welcome back to This Knitty Life. This is episode 4, I believe. I'd just like to say Happy New Year to everyone. Happy 2020. 2020, that's crazy. Yikes. My name is Rachel. I live in Leeds with my husband and my 2 little children. I am rewarding memories on Instagram. I am reward on Ravelry. And I do have an Instagram for this podcast, which is This Knitty Life. So hello and welcome back to anyone who's been here before, and hello to some new people. How have you been? It's been busy. It's been a while since my last podcast. It has been the school holidays, so I'm looking at my notes. So that is obviously why, really, because the kids are always here. So I hope everyone had a nice festive season, and I hope Santa Claus brought you lots of nice things. He brought me some lovely things, actually. Yeah, it's been nice. Okay, so I've got some things to show you today. I'm going to go through my whips. I've got a couple of F4s and I've got quite a lot of acquisitions, which I don't think I'm going to do all of them today. And then I'm going to have a little look at some patterns that I'm stalking. So my mojo did wander off a little bit in December, I have to say, which is one of the reasons I didn't podcast. We lost my granny last month, which is very difficult. So I just kind of like lost it a little bit, frankly. So yeah, so I've not done masses and masses of knitting. I didn't get some of the Christmas knitting I wanted to do done, but such is life. So yeah, so I'm going to show you what I have done, okay? Right, oh, and today I am wearing, this is my 3rd exploration station. You might notice this one is completely garter because I don't have any time in my life for brioche, just none. So this is my 3rd one. There was a bit of jiggery pokery with the pattern, but I wear this one all the time, and I've got my first Sunset Highway, and this is Peanut Butter and Jelly. Can't really see. Peanut Butter and Jelly by Le Bien-Aimé. Ignore this sign. This was Martha's when she became a big sister. Theo's now nearly 4, but we still have that sign. We also still have a sign. There's 1 sleep to go until we move into this house. We actually moved into this house in January 2011, so this has also been there a long time. So yeah, so I'm going to show you. First up is my Amma sweater. So it's in my knitter bag. This is the Stitch Tees. The jumper I always wear. I got this via Botanical Yarns website. Ooh. Actually, I think my friend picked this one up for me from her at, what's that Scottish one called? That's not EYF. Perth? Perth. She got it from me in Perth. It's all shiny. So yeah, it's a good size. So I am knitting the Amma sweater. So that's AMA. I'll show you my sweater. So this is a DK pattern. I have knit one of these before, so I did want this done for Christmas, but life got in the way. But I have split for the sleeves now. I've not done loads, as you can see. This bit is actually quite a lot of yarn, so I am now into my 2nd skein, despite it being, is it the small or the extra small size? And it's not teeny weeny, but it is quite, it's a short and fat jumper, this one. So this is the mighty Castleview yarns in the Loki colourway. So I got this at the Yorkshire Yarn Fest in very last day, November, wasn't it? Yeah, so November. And then this is Hedgehog at the top. I think this is called Amy, maybe. I don't know if it's Le Bien-Aimé Amy, but it's Amy. But you only use a tiddly bit of the DK. So you could probably get away with a mini, to be honest, because you don't do it very much. So yeah, I've split for the sleeves. So I've got this much done so far of the sleeves. I've just lost all of my stitches, so let me try and pick those up. I took this to the cinema the other day. I went to see, what did I go and see? I've been a few times actually. I've seen Frozen a couple of times. One with both the kids and my husband. It was really busy the first week, and then I went to see it just somewhere between Christmas and New Year. My husband works in retail, shall we say. So there's been a lot of days on my own with the children. So I went to the cinema again with Martha to see Frozen 2, and I sat and knit on this. And then I went on Monday this week because she had a training day, and we saw Spies in Disguise. That it's got Will Smith in it. That was really good. So yeah, so this is my Amma, and that's how that is shaping up. So yeah, I'm pleased with that. One. I looked at the like your top 9 and stuff on Instagram, and then I tried to do like some of the garments I did. I've still got my numbers, but I tried to do some of the garments I've made in 2019, and I ended up looking at my whips, and I think I've got 11 sweater whips. So yeah, and that one wasn't even included actually. So here is one of my other ones. So this one is down Sheep Lane. Can you see? Down Sheep Lane. I got this one at the Wool Monty, which is on again this June in Sheffield, Nottingham, Sheffield. So this is by Debbie. I love this bag. It's really big. Got pockets on it and stuff. So I actually I had a little bit of a sort. I've been doing Team Tom. It's called the Organised Mum Method. It's basically a tidying routine. I just need to get on top of something. So I had to go and sort some stuff. So basically I refound this project, and it had been missing. And basically what had happened is I moved project bags last time I did a tidy, and I kept on looking at this project bag thinking, oh, the blah, blah, blah's in that one. But it wasn't, it was this. So I've now pulled it out, and this is my love note. So this is Tin Can Knits. My friend actually did some of the lace for me because I don't like lace. I knit a lot, but I don't like lace. I really don't. I just get lost easily. And this is in, a tilly ball left, look. So this is called Selkie. And this is Old Maiden Aunt, and I got this 2018 EYF. And I read a book by Jenny Colgan, and it's set in like the deepest, darkest bits of Scotland, almost so north, it's North Pole, or you know, whatever's up there. And there was a lot of reference to Selkie, so I got this and I really liked it. It's got sparkle in it, so that's a 4-ply, and I'm holding it together with, the camera's really confusing still. It's a down Sheepy Lane one. Oh, I got this one at Wool Monty too. Debbie's just had a redesign actually, so she's got new labels and she's got a brand new website. So this is 72% kid mohair and 28% nylon. That's it, Pandemonia. I think it says Pandemonia or Pandemonium. Yep, so I'm holding those together. So I am just onto the, it's cropped jobby. So I'm just onto the short rows. So this is where it was when I picked it up the other day, where this little wand is. So it had a couple of inches on, but I did some at knit night last night. So I've done quite a bit considering this week. Yeah, so that's my next garment. So I would like to get the short rows done on that tonight, preferably, and get the rib going. I'm not sure what length sleeves I'm going to do, but I need to cake another ball. Oh, I've got the mohair already done. But more on that later. I've got another purchase. What else have I got to show you? Okay, so this is another one. This one wasn't on my Ravelry, so it didn't count in my whips. That's very fluffy. This one is in my, oh, go on Rachel, Clara Crafts. I've shown this before. I can now reveal, I got my sister and my mum one of these. So this is the big size, just for comparison. And I got my mum the medium size, and I got my sister the small size because they are both knitters. Not necessarily with a capital K. And I'm still trying to get my sister to knit more. So I just keep on buying her stuff. And I got her some, I'll tangle up. I got her some London House yarn, self-striping as well, sock yarn, in the hopes that she will kick her back into knitting a bit more. So anyway, it's a beautiful bag. So this, can you tell what it is yet? This is called Cowgirl. I cannot remember who it's by. I wrote Cowgirl and now I can't remember what it's called. Who? See if I've got the pattern, shall I? I bet I haven't. Ooh, there's a pattern in here. Who knows if it's actually for the right one? Aha! It is. So this is a 4-ply and mohair again, which is very trendy at the minute, isn't it? So this is Cowgirl, and I believe it is by Emile Lewis. EMILIELUIS, and it's called Cowgirl. So it's a drop shoulder. So this bit here, I believe, is the back. Left shoulder. Oh, it's the front. No, it's the back. Anyway, so I've got to knit until this is something like 7.5 inches. So I'm not massively far off. I did a little bit at Knit Night last night. Got a couple of stitch markers in there. That's one I got at Yorkshire Yarn Fest. And I got this one the other day. Yeah, so this is, it's fluffy. There. Black Elephant. This, I believe this is the Minerva colourway. I don't know if it is necessarily Harry Potter related. I've not used this much, but I got a tangle cake in it, so I've got a few of these little balls now. And I'm using the Drops Kid Silk. I've got a few different colours actually. I've just put this on Ravelry. Ooh. So you can see what colours I've got, but I'm planning on fading it. Ooh. I'm shamelessly copying my friend Steph, who did a love note in, I think this colour actually from Petra, Black Elephant, and she faded it. So I've got them. Yeah, see, that's the other bit. And I've got another one upstairs. See, look. I'll tell you a tale about this in a minute. Oh, and I got my lovely stitch marker on there from A Knit Away. That's the little ball one. Yeah, so that's come along really nice. I'm not used to, like, it's not a flat garment, but you have to do like the back, and obviously because this is the sleeves too, it's long. And then kind of put it together and then go down for the round, I assume. So I'm not used to it really. It's all stuck to my lips. Have a little sip of this, shall I? Yum. Yeah, so I'm not really used to like purling anymore, but I've been enjoying that. I actually took that to the cinema as well the other day. Rather have too many than too little, because it's been my birthday as well since I last saw you. It was my birthday, oh, last week? God, was it only last week? Yeah, last Monday. Not this Monday, the Monday before. Yeah, and we went to the cinema again. Can you tell we like the cinema? Went to the cinema to see Cats. I see a lot of things at the cinema. You don't need to go and see this. You really don't. I think people enjoy it if you have a history with cats, and if it kind of means something to you, or you've been in your youth, or you've got a memory around it. Like, the music was good and all, but Rob fell asleep twice, and I was like, oh well, I'm knitting and sitting, and I know it's my birthday, but yeah. So I knit on didn't know that in cinema. I knit on that in Spies, and I go to cinema a lot. It's only £5 where I live, so it's good. Right, next up, so this is a lovely present that I got from my friend Jane, Knitting Jane. I'm sure you know her. She works at Bar MU and is the best thing ever. Right, and she got me this gorgeous bag. This is from Thimble and Thread. Oh, Tracy, you do not have a label in it. It's from Thimble and Thread Make. And she had one at Knit Night earlier in December, and I loved it. It was a little lady knitting. I think there might actually be one left in Tracy's shop if you go and have a look. And I shamelessly copied this pattern off Jane, because she's made it before. She knits like you would not believe. This is the Homebody Socks, and this is Curious Handmade. So this is a DK pattern, and it's just got, they're not actually cables, they're like twisty, pass it over here, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so Jane was just helping me last night at Knit Night with the heel, because I've not done a heel flap for ages, so she just started it off for me. And again, if you've not seen Curious Handmade patterns, she does like a ticky off system. So I'm on row, I'm going into row 6, but when I do get down to row 10, I will have done 45% of the pattern. So I really like that system. Whilst it's a lot of pages, but I have my handy dandy wireless printer, so that's pretty good. Oh, my notes disappearing. Yeah, so I've been working on that. I did this a lot just before Christmas, actually. We had the funeral right on top of Christmas, actually, which was not pleasant, as you can imagine. Yeah, so this was a really nice, squishy, comforting kind of project. Yeah, we even got in the eulogy about my granny's love of knitting, so that was nice, if you know what I mean. So yeah, so I knit this a little bit before Christmas. It's kind of been left a little bit, so this is how it's looking. The yarn is hedgerow, R-O-W, if you can't tell my accent, and she's on Etsy. So this was it's DK, but it's got nylon in it, and not everyone does nylon. So yeah, so I got that. Can't remember what colour it's in. I've actually stashed it on Ravelry. I've been trying to get on top of some of my Ravelry acquisitions because they come thick and fast. Yeah, so that's that. I do have some other whips that I've got on the go, but they're the kind of main ones. I have my Cassandra on the go in I'm totally looking in the wrong place the whole time, aren't I? Oh, don't hate me. In this is a singles, this is Banshee yarns in the Priestess colourway. And while we're on that note, you might wonder, that's a good looking cake, Rachel. How on earth have you done this? And boom, also Spectrum Fibre. That's a good looking cake too. So I got an Amazon voucher for my birthday from one of my sisters, and I can't move it, it's here. I don't move the camera. I got a new ball winder anyway, so you hear it, it's loud. So I got like a jumbo one. It's jumbo-y. I got it on Amazon. It was, I think it was about £33. I've been after one for a while. I've got it's down there. The usual beigey red one, but it was always jumping off the top. It was always tangling around the bottom. And someone who I follow, who I believe is in America, oh, her cakes were so beautiful, and I was like, how are you doing this? And she sent me a link to the one she's got in America, and obviously about $77. So, you know, not insane, but obviously the shipping was insane. But there was like a version in England anyway, not a necessarily real version, but the reviews were really good. So I got a ball winder. So yeah, look at this. I'm not painting my nails. Terrible podcasting ways. I picked them while I was at work this week. It was a bit stressful. Yeah, so it's awesome. Totally love it. Should have done it ages ago, shouldn't I? Right, and now flitting back, just checking my notes. I've not done FOs, have I? Right, my FOs aren't exactly massively impressive because they've not been blocked. But here we go. So, I got my mum Soldotna done. So I gave her this for Christmas, and again, because of recent events, I didn't actually manage to get it finished. So this is mainly Down Sheepy Lane yarn. So the green's Down Sheepy Lane. The pink is Malabrigo, I believe. I think the grey is Coupnits, but the green and the creamy speckledy colour is Debbie's yarn. Yeah, so I just finished the body this week actually and got the rib done. She's quite impatient to have it. So I hope she'll actually wear it because I'm aware that it is a cropped one. I think I did the medium. So it's kind of like, can't see because I've got a dress on. Hip wise is here, so it's a little bit longer. So I do hope she'll wear it, but in theory you have to wear it with a bit of a plain dress. So I'm gonna, what time are we on now? Maybe school run time. I need to get all the ends in and unblock it and then give it to her. I'm not sure when I'm seeing it. I'm not sure when I'm seeing her again. My granddad's now in hospital, sadly. Difficult times. My granddad's got Alzheimer's, should you need to know that. And that's difficult, man. Really, really difficult. So they're backwards and forwards, seeing to him. So I'm not sure when I'll see her. Anyway, I know. This is why I'm not been podcasting. This is a sock head hat, which isn't blocked and looks very short, but I'm sure it'll be fine. So this is just a basic sock head hat. I did not do the rib because life is too short to do a giant old rib. I did the grey sparkly is, I think it's Beehive Beth, I think it's Beehive Yarns in the Barbarella, and I think it's Gunsmoke colourway. And this top one, oh, I can't remember what it is. I'm normally quite good at that. I've had this one ages and ages and ages. But yeah, after I put it on and mess my hair up. Yeah, so it's not so short, is it? I realise I look funny with hats and short hair. But I think I might give it a little block. It's my friend's I had my hair cut just before Christmas. It grows fast, really fast. It's my friend's birthday next month, and my sister's, and both my brother-in-laws. Not that they would want this hat, but yeah, so maybe it's a gift. So yeah, so they're my FOs really, just the jumper and the hat. But I've got quite a lot that are nearly finished actually. So I'll show you some acquisition / presents. Right, first up, I'll just arrange this beautifully. I got this just before Christmas. This is Die Candy, so this is Hutch from Die Candy. She released her greatest hits minis. So she did either 10 gram or 20 gram minis in either DK or 4-ply. So you could either get 10 grams or 20 grams. So I went for 10 grams of DK. So these are all of her most popular colourways. So I know that one is Kevin. This one I think is either Dog Parts or Trigger Finger, both of which I have on 4-ply. That is Brat. That is Riot. No, that's not Brat, that's Chip. The light one's Chip and this one's Brat. But they're gorgeous. I believe they sold out. Was that a bit rattly? I'm actually opening it. I believe they sold out very fast. Carly got some too, my lovely Carly. She got some too, but I think she's put pre-orders up. Oh, that's better, isn't it? Why didn't I do that, Rachel? Yeah, so this is Kevin, the yellow one. The orange one's Riot. This blue one's... I can't remember. Anyway, look. Beautiful. So I'm thinking I might end up doing a prism hat because that's what I normally do, but I need to keep them together. I want to keep them together. Or I could do bits of colour work. I got the Strange Brew book for Christmas off my sister, my other sister. I'd been borrowing my friends and I really wanted my own. So I got that book. So maybe that'd be really good for colour work and stuff. So yeah, so that, I can't remember when that came now. Early December. It's been a bit of a blur. Right. Speeding through this. Woo! Right, so next up, if you follow me on Instagram, you might know that I love Fab Funky Fibres. They came to Leeds earlier this year and did a trunk show at one of the knit groups I say I go to, I can't ever get to it because it's on a Saturday. And they came and did a little trunk show for us. It was awesome. So I really like these guys. I've got lots and lots and lots and lots of Fab Funky Fibres. And I don't care because they're beautiful. So amazingly, they do 50 grams. So this was all their new set. So I asked in one of our little chatty groups, so I didn't want any, I'm going to order some. So I ended up doing like a colossal order, like it was massive. I got a fair amount, but kind of everyone got something or other. So they do 50 grams, which I love. So this one is Humankind. We're starting to go past for school. This is Humankind. And all the labels are different, look. So that's Humankind. This one is Sprout. Oh, Sproutalicious. I'm thinking some of these were supposed to be out for Christmas, but maybe one thing or other came up and they couldn't. So it's a really bright green and epic stripe. So these are on Etsy. And this one is called Fairy Lights, which is definitely Christmassy, based on, like, how long must it take to do new ones of these? And the effort to like, oh, well, this one's this colour, this needs to be in here. The effort to do that is nuts. My camera's not really doing anything amazing, but these are on my, I think they're on both my Instagrams. I put it on my podcasty one and my other one. So yeah, I'm one of them. And I'm aware these blues kind of look a bit similar, but I don't care. This is Drama Club. Drama Club. Beautiful. And this is Invasion of the Rainbow Snatchers. Look at this one. So these, have I just thrown that blue on the floor? No. So these are the blues together. So they're not so similar. But I think if I've got different heels and toes, it'll be fine. So yeah, some of the girls from my Knitty group got some. So I know a couple of them got the Moomin colourway, which was really nice. And then some other stripy ones, and Gwen got some floof, whatever you want to call it. And then it was a massive order, it was really big. And one was actually missing from the order, which is fine, but they sent it really quickly. And they also sent, because these are really nice, me a birthday present. So did you know that Fab Funky Fibres also do not striping, so just speckled. So these don't actually have colour names, colourways, but they've got lots on the website. So these are in singles, and I think these fade really nicely, actually. Like not so similar that, you know, it's kind of pointless to fade them. But yeah, and they got me a lovely birthday card with a sheep on, which was super duper kind. I'm really conscious of this big sister thing. Just no more. Oh, I've got a sorry about that too. Don't worry, not too much detail. Yeah, so that's some of my acquisitions. I got some, I've got a couple of new project bags and stuff to share with you. And stuff like that, really. Have a little look. Acquisitions. Yeah, I'll show you the rest another day, I guess, because I can't put my hands on them, and I've raced home from work to try and squeeze this in before the school run, because it's Friday. Sorry, it's Friday the 10th. Doesn't say on my watch. It's Friday the 10th of January 2020. Today is my actual anniversary. I met my husband Rob, not my wedding anniversary, but the dating anniversary, which is significantly higher than my wedding anniversary, which is going to be 8 years this year. But our other one is 2004. It was 16 years. 16 years. So that's a long time. He was only 19 when I met him, so it's nearly all of his life. No, nearly half of his life. Anyway, it's the 10th of January, and that's how I know. So, other things I've got my eye on. I've got a couple of patterns to recommend. Well, not necessarily to recommend, but I want to make immediately. One is called, I don't know who these are by either, so I'll just have to spell them for you. One is called Sorel. So it's S-O-R-R-E-L. And I put this on my Rewarding Memories Instagram the other day. It's a gorgeous jumper, funnily enough. It's got what looks like cables on the top, and it's 4-ply and mohair. I got this pattern suggestion from Caroline from Knitting Vicariously, and it was lovely, and I literally had to pause her and go and look for it. It's not out until I think the 14th or the 15th. So what they've done is they've actually faded it through the body, so it's really good to kind of use some of your stash up. One of the colours that they've done is like a gorgeous green one, but it's got loads of colours kind of behind it. Like whilst fading it, it's nothing solid in it at all. It's like as bright as these throughout it. It's gorgeous. So I'm going to try and see if I can dig through stash to shamelessly copy, basically. They are doing kits for it, but it's in America, so yeah, you know. So that is out next week, I believe. Next Tuesday, actually. Yeah, so I'm really excited about that one. I want to get that one going, so I would like to maybe get something finished before then. That would be nice. Not sure which one. Anyway, my next one I've got my eye on is called Scatter, and that is by Christy from, God, I forgot her name now. Christy and Tristan, you know who I mean. I can't remember her name. Anyway, she's done a pattern called Scatter, and I don't know if it still is, but a certain percentage of that was going towards a charity regarding kind of young people and suicide. She lives in America, and the part she lives in is it's like a very Mormon area. So it's kind of like helping the LGBTQ area and all of that. So there's a good there was a good percentage of that pattern going to them to help them deal with all that life has to throw with them. So that's a gorgeous shawl again. 4-ply mohair. I think this is what I'm planning on using actually. This is Spectrum Fibres. This is Bryony. Gemma from Little Grey Girl gifted me this one because she had a big clear out and she's like, just get out of my house. So I was like, okay, I'll have it. So yeah, so I'm planning on this one I think. Yeah, so I'm excited to make that. I've not made a shawl for a while. And my next pattern is called Sailor Moon. I don't really have much of a reference for Sailor Moon, but I know that Candace from Pin, Feather and Pearls is always talking about Sailor Moon. I think it's kind of like a cartoon animated series, but it's got no real reference for me. But this one is it's a gorgeous jumper. It's striped. It's in 4-ply. I think it's got a bit of a drop shoulder, but it starts like at the back in a V. So a little bit like if you've made the hoodie shawl cardigan, which I've got a couple of, where it looks like a shawl. So it starts at the bottom and then goes up like this and then over the shoulders. If you look at the pictures on Ravelry, it looks like a really interesting construction actually. So that's Sailor Moon. And I should have noted down who these by, but I tried to do my podcast notes while I was on a call at work the other day. And I couldn't check on my phone. I just did it off the top of my head. Yeah, so those are the ones I'm really excited about. Yeah, so I really want to get on with those really. So yeah, I've been trying to focus a little bit more, trying to put my phone down a little bit more, which is very easy to get kind of sucked in, isn't it? And see what everyone's up to and whatnot. But I'm really trying not to. But yeah, that's all that's going on Knitty wise. The tiniest of life stuff, apart from what I've sprinkled in there, is next weekend I'm going to Centre Parks with some friends. So I've known these friends for quite a long time. We used to do scrapbooking together. We used to do a weekend away once a year called the Cabin in the Woods, and we'd go scrapbooking together. So we always had to get a huge table because there was always at least 10 of us. There was always some missing because people were always having babies, but we've now, I think everyone's finished having their babies now. My friend actually in the group had a baby on my birthday, a little baby Poppy. So she's sadly not coming with us. But yeah, we're going to Centre Park. So we're going to the Warburn, is it? Milton Keynes area. So it's quite a drive from Leeds. But my friend's actually driving us down. So I'm going to go over to hers on next Friday. And she's going to drive us down. So I should be able to knit and get loads of stuff done. We don't have any activities planned for the weekend. Maybe the pool, which isn't my favourite thing to do, but I did buy a new cosy, so I might, maybe I might like the pool without my kids. I do feel a tinsy bit guilty, because normally when we go to the Cabin in the Woods, or the Forge as it's now named, because the last place we went for the last few years has been called the Forge. People have funny traditions in their groups, don't they? Anyway, yeah, I do feel a little bit guilty because the kids would really like it, but what are you going to do? And I'm actually staying 3 nights. I'm staying Friday night, Saturday night and Sunday night. Just because it's so far away and it's winter and dark that we would have to drive back in the dark. And then I've got to get back from her house. So we're actually staying Sunday night as well, but we do have to leave early in the morning because my friend is at work at like 12:30. So we need to leave at like 7, half 7. But still lots and lots of knitting time. So I'm basically going to spend this week getting some things in a good knitting state. My friend Jen from Castleview Yarns is actually going to be there, so I do have a knitting ally. Quite a lot of us do knit. We've moved from kind of scrapbooking. Lots of people, a few of them obviously do still do it, but lots of people cross stitch, lots of people knit, lots of people crochet. I'd say it's just me really and Jen, the capital K knitters. as I wear my badge proudly. But yeah, so maybe I'll have to have a little look at her shop and maybe get her to bring me a little something. I wouldn't mind another Hades, which is the DK. It's a gorgeous blue. I got to do a pop crop cardie, but maybe I just want more of that. So yeah, that's coming up next weekend. So that should be really fun. Really looking forward to that. We've not seen them. We went camping together in August. Excuse me, half the group went camping. Yeah, so it should be good. I've not seen a lot of them for quite a little bit, so yeah, so that's about it really. So I'm gonna head off and get on the school run, I guess. See if I can have a quick bite, because I literally came home and had to do my Team Tom thing. We bought a new Hoover yesterday, super duper exciting, to shark. So I've been hoovering everything and it's amazing, and we're disgusting apparently. Yeah, so I did a bit of tidying, but so I've not had any lunch yet, but now it's school run time. So on that note, I'm going to thank you all for coming along and listening to my wittering on. If you'd like to share that I have a little podcast, that would be really nice. It would be nice to get some numbers up. I realise I've not podcasted for a while, but that would be really nice. If you want to give me a little shout out on your podcast, like and subscribe. I can't remember what my numbers were for subscriptions now. I've not checked for a while because I've not done a podcast for so long. But yeah, so it's This Knitty Life on Instagram, Reward on Ravelry, and I have Rewarding Memories, which is where I post, which was a knitting, was a scrapbooking Instagram, and I used to have a blog called Rewarding Memories, which I've not updated for years. Yeah, so that's where you can kind of catch all my day-to-day knitting things. I'm trying not to put too much on the podcast one really, other than I'm posting a podcast and maybe a little bit here and there, but mainly it's on the other one. It's on Rewarding Memories. I do kind of quite a bit of stories depending on what day it is and if I'm at home, if the kids are here. But I do like a little bit of rambling on stories, so if you like that kind of thing. I always try and tag the people who I'm talking about, because if you can't support indie dyers in terms of buying things, because you can't support everyone, it's nice to kind of tag them in things, like the posts, comment on the posts, and that pushes them up the algorithm-y things and whatnot. So yeah, so just trying to share the love that way if I can't do it financially. So yeah, so we're heading up to 37 minutes now, so it is time to go. Okay, so I hope you have a lovely week. I'm not sure, I know I can't do it next weekend because of Centre Parks, but maybe in a couple of weeks I'll give it a whirl, because then I'll maybe I'll have another garment or so finished. That would be good, wouldn't it? So yeah, so I hope you all have a lovely week, a lovely weekend, and whenever I see you again, okay, I'll see you later then. Go and press this button. Bye.